Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Patty the Tinkerer's wife. I'm doing a little walkabout video here. I'm doing it, I know I'm not doing it in landscape, so just forgive me. I'm out here at my apartment complex in the wind taking a walk, and felt like it was kind of time to talk and kind of catch people up. So here we are. Let me turn this around and you can see of what I get to see. This is a pond over here. I'll go up here on the sidewalk that they have that is a bioswale basically. The plant material in there helps to filter the water from local hard areas like this. But it's got grasses. There's all kinds of trees around here. Yeah, so it's a pretty place. But it's not home. This is definitely not home. So today is the 14th, and tomorrow I officially strike out looking at some places to live. Not like some of you where you can afford land and all that kind of stuff. I can't afford land. I gotta shift gears here because I see the mailman's up there. I can't afford land myself. I can barely afford a used manufactured home sitting on a small piece of ground that I will need to be paying monthly rent for. It is the way of things. I'm thankful to have the money that I do. God has blessed me with that, and He's blessed me with good people to help me in my search and praying for me. Many of those praying are you guys. You guys have encouraged me too, so thank you. Anyhow, so I'm looking at 3 properties tomorrow, probably. At least 2 that I know of, but possibly 3. And one of them is kind of dreamy looking to me. It has a nice sized yard, established garden beds, which isn't always a blessing, by the way. But there's ground, and somebody loved the place. You could tell that. They had, oh my goodness, they put cedar shake siding on part of this manufactured home. I mean, it was like built, was it 1970 or something? It's an older one, but they kept it up. They were house proud. I'm just saying. So, and you could tell they were creative people, and my heart just rose when I saw it. The first time I saw it was probably a month ago, and I put my, oh heavens, I turned my eyes from it because what I saw was so many ways for me to get in trouble. And if you don't know about me, I am so full of ideas, and usually, anymore anyway, I haven't had the strength to see those ideas through, so I end up wearing myself out. Oh, it's not as windy down here. Good, at least not right now. It's been blowing like crazy out here. This is what happens in the fall here. We get a lot of wind. We get wind at certain times of the year, like August, September, get windy, like when we had the fires 2 years ago and the fires this year. So, and then again, November hits and the weather changes, and, you know, weather patterns shift. Anyway, getting back to this, talking about shifting, me and my move. Yeah, so in, oh my heavens, it's only just a few weeks and I'll be out of here, and I just almost can't believe it. But this house, or this manufactured home, it's really a house. I'm just going to call it a house because that's what it is. Somebody's home. Possibly my home. It is well within my budget. I will have money to put into it if it has anything that needs to be fixed up, and money left over. So that would be wonderful. It's also south of here in an area, in a city called Woodburn, very close to the Swan Island Dahlias company here in Oregon that has grown award-winning dahlias, and they ship them all over the country, and really lovely people. It's a great area. There's a lot of garden centered, a lot of gardening goes on there, farming and stuff. So really more my cup of tea as far as the type of people I would be around. So I'm excited about that. So, but this one property has space that I could turn into a studio, an art studio, so I wouldn't have to have my art supplies out in the dining room or in the hallway like they were before. So I'm pretty excited about that. But I need to make sure, and this is my prayer, that I'm not heading into a vain imagination. I want to do everything. This is my thing. I love being busy. I love having a place to work, which I never had when I was married to Ben, at least not in the house. It was outside. I had a place to work. But you can't work outside all year long here. I mean, it could, but it would be horrible in the wintertime. And not much to do. So, with that said, I am hoping that I will have that studio space and that I'm not taking on too much with this yard. And should it be God's will that I get it, that I'll have wisdom to recreate the landscape into something that I can manage. You know, because I would like to grow some food and do that kind of thing, get some rainwater harvesting and all that stuff going on. So I guess, you know, so just keep me in your prayers. I will keep you updated and that kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. So yeah, only just a few more weeks living here in Happy Valley. And then I'll be somewhere else. Now, it might not be Woodburn. It might be someplace else. This is just my first, you know, going out, setting sail to look for new lands. Whatever you want to call it. Oh, it's so nice out here. If you have a coat that has a good, that will break the wind, it's lovely on days like this. If you don't, it can be very sad. I think I'm going to have to head back. Yeah, so I spent probably 6 weeks. I was sick with some stupid sinus flu thing. And I've had three, I've had three, well, tomorrow I go in 7 o'clock in the morning for a root canal number 3 in about 2 months worth. So I've been through a lot that way. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. But, so I haven't really been walking much, so I'm, you know, getting winded here because I just was going through physical therapy. I had to stop that when I got sick, and I'm trying to decide if I'm just gonna continue on my own. She wants to see me one more time, but I might do that. She wants to make sure I'm doing the exercises properly, but it really has helped strengthen muscles that were atrophied. If you know anybody that sits all the time, remind them that atrophy happens. I did not realize how atrophied my muscles were. And the worst ones are the gluteus medius. So many of us don't use them, and that was part of what caused my pain. Was I didn't know that I wasn't using them. In our culture, we don't work in ways that would cause us to activate those, and many of us sit an awful lot. So anyway, so this is turning out to be, let's see, almost 10 minutes now. Anyway, it's a pretty nice place here. Let me show you this scene. All this. There are hawthorn trees in here with huge berries on them. And hawthorns are invasive species here, but the hawthorns are great. Harvest the branches before the frost gets those berries, and you can use them for holiday decor, those bright red berries with evergreens, or if you have like the gold thread leaf cypress, makes beautiful wreaths or swags, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so yep, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to be needing to get some furniture if I get this place, because he has like 3 bedrooms, one of which will be probably where my studio spot will be, and then the other one will be for guests. So I'll need an extra bed and some other things. But here there's usually a lot of inexpensive furniture because people actually a lot of people give their stuff away because they can't get a good enough price for it. It's not worth their time to try and sell it. I don't know if it's that way where you are, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what God has intended. I'll sometimes, several times a day, I have to give this to God because it's really easy to get anxious. It's easy to overthink things and have my thoughts completely taken over by this. Oh, here's one of the, look at this. This is the hawthorn. That is just loaded with berries. But you see what I mean? Isn't that great? Those are just thick with berries. Yeah, so the birds will like them and they'll go and get planted other places. So that's okay though. That's okay though. Food for the wildlife. Hawthorns are one of the plants that actually helps to aid in fire break. It doesn't catch fire as fast as many of the other plants around here do. So, but it is invasive, so it does create problems. Anyway, I thought I'd just play catch up with you guys. I hope that you are doing well. My hand is getting rather numb from being out here in the wind. This is a brisk day today. It's brisk. Oh my gosh. Yep. So I just want to wish you all well. I hope that you are staying safe and that you are being blessed. So this is Patty, the tinkerer's wife. I'm going to sign off here. You all have a lovely day. And again, just keep me in your prayers and I will update you as soon as I know more. Bye-bye.